afternoon. I'm Shawnee Yao, and this is One News Now. COVID-19 infections across the country are forecast to balloon further in the coming days or weeks. To tell us more, we have Professor Jomar Rabahante of the UP Pandemic Response Team now joining us over the line. Sir Jomar, good afternoon. Prof, do you have any updated projections? When will this surge likely peak? And how many more cases should we expect?
Yes, good afternoon. From the UP Pandemic Response Team, our projection show that the possible peak might happen. Earliest is mid of January, and the latest is third week of February, with the peak size ranging from 20,000 to 40,000 reported cases. However, this is just for the reported cases. In terms of hospitalization, the peak might not be that high compared to the Alpha and Delta variant. The hospitalization might be just around half of the Delta variant, which is almost the same as the 2020 hospitalizations that we had.
Right. Does the current transmission rate already suggest that indeed it is the Omicron variant that is already going around, Professor Jomar?
Yes, there's already indication that the Omicron variant is going around NCR and some of the nearby provinces. This is because of the characteristic of the growth rate of cases. It's very fast compared to the previous variants.
Right. So, sir, if it's really fast, would that mean that the whole curve would be shorter, at least, from going up to the peak to going down? Does that indicate, at least for now, based on the examples in South Africa as well as in the UK?
Yes, actually, we are expecting like that because in terms of epidemiology, if the transmission is very fast, then we might achieve the peak earlier, and then the decline might also be faster, as what we have seen in other countries like South Africa.
All right. Now, apart from this possibly being the Omicron COVID variant going around, Professor, what other factors do you think are affecting our current COVID-19 trend?
Yes, aside from the Omicron variant, we are seeing mobility of people is one of the main reasons, especially during this December, during the holiday rush. We had too much mobility where, sadly, there's Omicron and there's high mobility, so that what happened is what we have seen now, a fast growth rate, and we hope that the alert levels and then the promotion of the DOH to really for the people to change behavior, to be strict in terms of minimum public health standards. We hope that interventions will have an impact in, so that we won't attain the projections. We don't want projections actually to happen. Yeah.
All right. Sir, just want to clarify really quickly. You mentioned earlier 20 to 40,000 cases is likely the peak. Do you think, is this, just to clarify, this is per day? Because we already saw 20 plus thousand cases, almost 30,000 cases a day during Delta.
Yes, this is per day. Similar to what happened in Delta. In Delta, the peak is around 25,000 per day. So we also expect something like that, but a little higher than Delta, 20 to 40,000 cases per day.
All right, Professor Jomar, like you were saying, this increased mobility has led to a lot of transmission, especially over the holiday season. Right now, Metro Manila is already at alert level 3. Do you think it is likely that the shift to alert level 3 will indeed delay or decrease the expected peak of the surge?
Sorry, I didn't hear you. Sorry, can you repeat?
Right. With Metro Manila's shift to alert level 3, is this, increase in restrictions enough to delay or decrease the expected peak of the surge?
Yes, actually, this is a very difficult question because if we just have alert level 3 on paper, definitely this might not be that effective. The effective part here will be the strict implementation of the protocols. So it's not just it should not be just on paper, but also in terms of implementation. Why I'm saying this? Because we know in terms of our new alert system compared to the ECQ and ECQ, the granular lockdown relies on the LGUs. So the LGUs should continually monitor the cases, the hospitalizations in partnership with the IATF and UAH. And also, in terms of educating people about the risk. Although Omicron variant might pose lesser risk in terms of severity compared to Delta, but still, if we have too many cases, that might overwhelm some of our hospitals. And also, for the people, even though we have alert level like this, but if the people will not go to testing lab to be tested if they have symptoms, then we cannot really monitor properly the situation, because in terms of monitoring, we need statistics. If people are not getting tested, how can we have numbers?
All right, very, very good points, sir, and good luck to all of us. Thank you so much for your time and those insights, Professor Jomar Rabahante of the UP Pandemic Response Team. Thank you, sir. And Metro Manila mayors have all agreed not to let unvaccinated people go outside under Alert Level 3. MMDA Chairman Ben-Hur Abalos said the unvaccinated will be prohibited from entering any establishments, including public transport, unless it is for essential purposes. The same restrictions will also be applied to minors. Meanwhile, tourist attractions and other leisure establishments will be allowed to operate at 30% capacity. An additional 10% will be allowed for those with a safety seal. Meetings, parties, and non-COVID funerals are all also allowed. Abalos said no curfews will be imposed.
Mahirap na tayong magsarado ulit. Kaya itong mahakbangin ito'y ginagawa. Para kang nag-ECQ only for the unvaccinated.
Meanwhile, the Commission on Human Rights has stressed the need to uphold human rights in restricting the movement of unvaccinated people. CHR spokesperson Jacqueline De Guia said in a statement that unvaxxed individuals should still be allowed access to essential services. She says certain exemptions concerning religion and medical backgrounds should be considered. The Commission is also reminding the public to do their part in ensuring everyone's welfare by getting vaccinated. And the Transportation Department will retain the 70% passenger capacity in all rail lines under Alert Level 3. The DOTr said this is to prevent passengers from overcrowding in stations. A random antigen testing on passengers will also be done in all train lines. And gyms are usually the go-to place after the holidays as people kick off their fitness resolutions. Marty Bautista runs us through some of the exercises we can do to get back in shape.
New year, new me. As 2022 makes its entrance, so does our list of New Year's resolutions. And for many of us, this includes a brand new fitness journey. Gym goers are more determined to reach their fitness goals this year. One of them is Anne. She says her main goals this year are to lose weight and tone muscles. But of course, reaching her fitness goals will not come without a few challenges.
Yung frustration since hindi nakakasabay yung katawan ko sa gusto kong gawin, tsaka sa exercises na pinapagawa sa akin.
You also have the likes of Pepe, who have remained consistent with their fitness regime despite the holiday season.
One of the things that I had to really dial in was more than ever diet.
For Chris, who's a doctor by profession, it's important to practice what you preach.
I advise my patients healthy lifestyle, so dapat ako din.
Coach Mary explains that their gym branch sees an increase in members every time the new year kicks off.
All, syempre, yung New Year's resolution para healthier lifestyle.
She admits, however, that some of their customers have expressed concerns due to COVID-19, but the gym staff ensures that all proper health protocols are in place.
Kailangan laging nakamask sila and tinuturo din namin na kung gusto nila huminga may breathing area kami dito para hindi sila dito sa loob mismo ng area huminga.
Energetic gym-goers flock to the weights room to begin the new year. Let's take a look at some of the exercises you can do to start your fitness journey.
According to the Anytime Fitness coaching staff, the best exercises for beginners are those that mimic our everyday moves. These include squats and hip hinge exercises like the deadlift. For our upper body, the simple push-up exercise can strengthen our triceps and shoulders without even using any weights. Anytime Fitness Philippines encourages the public to adapt a healthy lifestyle not only to reach our body goals, but to strengthen our immune system and prevent the spread of COVID-19. For News 5, Marty Bautista. We are One News.
Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. 2 Metro Manila mayors have tested positive for COVID-19. Pasay City Mayor Emmy Calixto Rubiano and Navota City Mayor Toby Tiangco are now under isolation after contracting the coronavirus. Face-to-face classes in Metro Manila schools will be suspended starting today as the capital shifts to Alert Level 3. NCR mayors and the Education Department are urging parents to keep their children at home for the time being as COVID-19 cases rise. Oil companies will be implementing a big-time oil price hike starting tomorrow. Gasoline will see a 1 peso and 85 centavo per liter price hike, while diesel prices are set to go up by 2 pesos and 40 centavos per liter. For more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.